whistle. But you know when you see me in this bitch, you already know it's time out. It's Cashapp the spirit coach, getting you a shape before for the age of Aquarius. Yet again, you're now drinking the wine of Zeus. I came to talk about Mercury and Libra. It's Mercury Day, so anytime you got Wednesday, that's Mercury Day. Okay. So we could be curious this day. You know, we could be analyzing a lot of this day. We could be thinking a lot this day. We could be gaining information on shit a lot this day. And the things that we're going to do that predicated towards is where it's at now. Libra. Balance. Relationship. You know, the cardinal air energy. So y'all know Libra is cardinal air. So it's not like Aquarius. It's not fixed. It's not like Gemini. It's not like scattered and just mutable. You know what I'm saying? It's about new thoughts. So this is going to put us in a position where we need to create like a whole new way to think about how we think. You know what I'm saying? You know, because that's what's going to be going on anyway. So we're going to have to create and initiate new ways to think. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to have to utilize Mercury to do that. You know what I'm saying? So this is what's going on, bro. Yeah, I see I'm out and about in the HOOD. Saying South Shore, East Side crazy. Fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, anytime we got Mercury and Libra, it's gonna put us in a situation where we gotta like create a whole new relationship to our thinking. You know what I'm saying? Thinking is very, you know what I'm saying? If you could just look at, and you can look around and always see the elements playing out, you know what I'm saying, around us. You know what I'm saying? So you know air is you can't really see air, but it's a little above, you know what I'm saying, or a little bit less dense than Earth. A lot more less dense than Earth. You know what I'm saying? As we can see from our perspective, even though these elements got all types of mixtures in them and shit like that, and they all mixed in one to make up this, but we still got some that carry more the percentage level of what we pointing at, and that's how we kind of came up with these concepts ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But you know, air is going to put us in a position where we got to create a new relationship with our thinking and stuff like that, and we're going to have to communicate to actually do that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to come up with ideas, Mercury, to actually do that. We're going to have to actually rationalize Mercury to actually do that. You know what I'm saying? So me, I'm a Mercury Aquarius. So, you know what I'm saying? I could be very fixed in my thought and things. And I don't even like to communicate unless it got something to do with reality and stuff like that. So I could come off as a person that may not be friendly or people don't want to talk about, because that's the way I mean, people don't want to talk to, you know what I'm saying, unless they got something in their chart. But, you know what I'm saying, I don't have like people just calling me all day and shit like that, unless it's about something serious and in reality. You know what I'm saying? So if you with me, you in some type of real reality type shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way I think. But, you know, Libra is Venus rule. So really it's just about the relationship to where you want to, how you think. You know what I'm saying? It's just about your relationship to how you think. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't necessarily dealing with reality. It can, you know what I'm saying? Because we use that Venus chakra to create reality. You know what I'm saying? And agree upon something. But it ain't reality itself. You know what I'm saying? It's a chakra one of the chakras that we use to kind of create the reality. So you could be a little bit more, this is where like love and poetry and shit like that and all that type of shit come from. And you know what I'm saying, Libra, like love language and shit like that. You know, that could be the influences that we may be picking up on. So, you know, Venus is also about indulgence. It's about balance or reciprocation. Indulgence, balance, and reciprocation. You know what I'm saying? Indulgence would be going too far. Balance would be just right. Reciprocation would be like more so on the receiving end and receiving something that you gave and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, so that's what we can do with our thinking right now. We can go too far into our thinking. We can overindulge into thoughts and ideas and the way we think and communicate about shit, which can end up negative if you need to have more newer ideas about yourself and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm Zeus. Like I'm in the hood, so I always got a new idea about myself. Never stopped me from thinking like me. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have an overindulgent idea. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know what I'm saying, you kind of block yourself with mentally. You can have a balanced idea, and you can have ideas of reciprocation and stuff like that. And if you're not creating new ways to think about that at the moment, then, you know what I'm saying, you might not be in the right space, in the state of being right now to play the game of the transits that's going on. What's good, y'all? What's good, Moselle? What's good, Glow Kiwan? You know what I'm saying? So Mercury and Libra, we got to create a new relationship with our thinking. You know what I'm saying? We've been through these transits before. So whether you was aware of it or not, if you wasn't into astrology, these past transits and shit like that over the years, you was probably just interacting with your natural alignments and stuff like that. You wasn't trying to like get aligned. And that's how you become aligned too. That's how you become aligned with the universe. Just know what the planets is going on and I can participate. But you know, if you wasn't aware, you was over these last however long you was born, regardless, the universe don't care. It's just the universe. So you was probably creating thoughts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That was more predicated on your shit. Mercury, but Mercury was in Libra. You know what I'm saying? So you probably got all that accumulation that you manifested as whatever is your circumstance and situation right now. You know? And them thoughts or whatever, they can hold you back if you ain't doing it in the aspect that you need to do it in, which is right now Libra. You know what I'm saying? So you need to put your idea. So that means you need to mentally hop in a new spaceship and go to that place that you know that you want to be relatable to. Start communicating there, and then start creating ideas and chakras there. And then, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You will be in relationship to that space. Now, the gift of Libra is they know how to make stuff relatable. You know what I'm saying? So it can't be non-relatable. You know what I'm saying? But it can give you new ways to think about how you think and stuff. You know, shout out to he said my fifth was just writing lyrics before I seen this live. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. You know, putting our mental in a new relationship, being in a new relationship to how we think and communicate. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep doing that same shit no more. Put these bags in and I'm gonna pop back outside. Put these bags in real quick. I'm live. Pop outside real quick. Here's the stuff. Yeah, but you know, Mercury and Libra, you know, you gotta have a new relationship with your thinking and stuff like that. And yeah, a lot of y'all underestimate communication and thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's just a tool as much as anything else is in this world. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of y'all limit the way y'all can think and communicate just based upon the relationships that y'all have accumulated, you know what I'm saying, with this groups of spirits that's been here with you within your territory and stuff like that. And we see that their thinking is only predicated on either their surroundings, you know what I'm saying? That's Gemini. Or, you know, they're Aquarius and the information they associate with. That's Aquarius. Information they associate with, you know, or associate as, and things. The material that you can use as thoughts and ideas to identify yourself. So that's your association. Where Libra it really don't care as long as you can be a little bit more relatable and things. Now, it likes to be predicated in reality. You know what I'm saying? It really do. It do like to be predicated in reality because, you know, Saturn is exalted there. But it's more comfortable with Venus and stuff like that. Because anytime it get too much in reality and things, you know what I'm saying, what's your highest high can become your lowest low and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that be the thing with that. You know, but yeah, so y'all want to check y'all houses that y'all got Libra in and things. Because this is going to be the area of life that you're going to have to essentially experience this energy here. You know what I'm saying? And then that's going to really let you know, okay, where I need to start creating a new, better relationship with how I think. So even if that is your fifth house, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be like how you see things, what you entertain, how you see yourself, how you see your vision, you know, your childlike energy, all that shit, you know? It's gonna be all that shit. It's gonna be all that. And that may be the energy where you may have to start having new ideas at. And like you said, you was just writing the lyrics, so like you're already on point with it. But you know, yeah, because a lot of y'all got negative thoughts and stuff like that. A lot of y'all be thinking like, oh, I can't do that, or I ain't gonna be able to do this, and things of that nature. You know, and it might very well be justified based upon your circumstance and situation. But, you know, at the same time, you know, Libra ain't about that. You know, Libra ain't about that. And we know that people every day, you know, talk about the power of communicating and stuff like that. So, you got to get into your communication form in the Libra way. And the Libra ain't dealing with the physical because it's air. It's dealing with information. It's dealing with rationality to some extent. But that's because it's air. You know what I'm saying? So never underestimate the power of your thought, and you just communicated, whether other people approve that or not. If you can create that relationship and you can be responsible for it, then you can access this energy a little bit more. So this is all everybody that watch me. This is what we own, and these are steps we taking. And all that Streets and These Breakfast Club on vinyl shit. Throw me some shit, cash at me. I do that shit. Shit, I get you a vinyl. Shit, just cash at me. But yeah, that's really it. So you can't let your thoughts and shit like that pass. Your thoughts that you pretty much used to and things be the burden of why you can't think how you want to think now. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Because it's Libra kind of like you are what you eat type of situation, especially with Mercury there. So wherever your mind is at, mentality, that's what you're going to relate to, and that's what you're going to want to reciprocate, and that's what you're going to place and utilize your Mercury towards, whether you are aware of that or not. You know what I'm saying? So you want to become more aware of that. So whatever thoughts you are building relationship to and things, you can see if that thought is something that you need to create a new way to think about. You know what I'm saying? And start moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Because thought it ain't even really about having no results. That's another thing with air signs. Air ain't having no results. It's just about the idea. You know what I'm saying? It's just about being in the space of an air sign. You know what I'm saying? Earth would be more so like results. You know what I'm saying? Water would be so more like the feeling and connection with the signs. And then, fire would be more so like the separation, the way of seeing and feeling. You know what I'm saying? And things. So, when you're dealing with air signs, you're dealing with more mental forms. Them like the shits that you carry on your mind and shit like that you even deem important to have on your mind to make you come to conclusions, okay, this is what I got to do and stuff like that. And that's what we in the world of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Every corner you turn, everything, it just remind you of how the world was built and shit like that. But we always see new shit come every day. You know what I'm saying? That over the time, it ain't probably always been like that, but shit, it is like that. But yeah, but with Mercury and Libra, you gotta create a whole new relationship with your thinking and shit like that. That's what it's gonna be, because everybody tired of these old ways of thinking and shit like that. Y'all know these old thoughts is, them old thoughts is holding you back. But you thinking like, man, well, if I think like this, then I might not be on it enough to get this thing done. I ain't saying neglect your responsibilities or whatever like that and things. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying that, if you know about, if you put things into context and things, ain't nothing ever get done unless somebody had an idea to go do it first. You know what I'm saying? bro wouldn't even be here talking about he need Breakfast Club on vinyl if I ain't had an idea to do that and not give a fuck about what everybody else thought about. You know what I'm saying? So it's about that essentially. And then when you can create that new relationship with your thinking and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, you might have to, depending on who you are, you might have to be your own, you know what I'm saying? Your own balancer with that shit. You know what I'm saying? You might have to be the giver and receiver of that. So it's just something to think about. You know, you got to create a new relationship with your thoughts, and especially in the area of life that you got it in, which would be the house that you got Libra in. If you're interested in, you know, a progressive chart reading, which is the current energies, and I can look into your chart, go to my website, you know, CeitoWorld.com, then click on the service link and shit like that, and then we'll get you straight. You know what I'm saying? I got readings available on there now and stuff, you know. But yeah, that's all we got to do is just create new ways to think about our relationship. And I ain't saying shit. If you here thinking shit gonna happen overnight, this ain't the place for you. You know what I'm saying? This is about awareness and what we all doing at the moment. I wouldn't even be able to talk like this and shit like that and feel confident if this wasn't something I knew we was all doing and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So always keep that in the back of your damn, you know what I'm saying, situation. You know? Yeah. So shout out, you know, the cardinal signs. But yeah, you know, we got the elements out here, you know, so you can always tell how element play out just by looking at what we call in the elements. Air, it ain't never on the ground unless you encapsulate it, you know what I'm saying, with some type of situation, some type of earth energy, you know what I'm saying? It ain't necessarily attached to the water and things, you know what I'm saying, and the fire, you know what I'm saying? It can blow fire around and shit like that, so it ain't attached to that. So that's how you would have to practice the ritual and spell, and that's one way you can look at it, to practice the ritual and spell of interpreting that. Now, if you could take that and create an allegory on your mind and start, you know what I'm saying, doing that with the signature and the modality, you know what I'm saying, you'll be all right in this bitch, you know what I'm saying, all right, you know. But yeah, so you just get y'all affirmations. It's a good time to do affirmations. You know what I'm saying? It's a good time to do affirmations and shit like that. It's a good time to check your balances and things, and start thinking like you can balance this shit that you know you need to balance out within your life. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you even got a debt or something like that, you need to start thinking like you can get that debt paid off. That's a new thought. That's a new way to think. And you need to go ahead, start thinking like that and shit like that, and come with the resistance and go through the resistance of whatever that comes with that. You know what I'm saying? So you can develop the mind state. And once that's what we do. We create mental states. And then once we create the mental state and stuff, and holding on, it plays out as that information, that light that bends in on itself and becomes the flesh, and, you know, affects the organs and the blood flow. It wouldn't be no such thing as you getting horny if that wasn't the case. And babies getting born because we got fucking on our mind. You know what I'm saying? So, simply put, new relationship with your thinking. You know what I'm saying? And really, we always see if you've been planting the right seeds. Because I think we have Mercury. Yeah, before this we had Mercury and Virgo. And this was going forward with our thoughts and plans and stuff like that. And we were supposed to go forward with our thoughts and ideas and stuff, you know, and share that amongst others, you know what I'm saying? And now we trying to figure out, okay, we did that. How can we do this in a little bit more, how can we do our ideas in a little bit more balanced ways? Now, before you go to, oh, I got to do this responsibility and I got to do that. Oh, I got to do that. You know what I'm saying, just sit and think and come up with the ideas that you need, you know what I'm saying, for you to be able to before you just hop into material. Think about your relationship first. Think about what you want to relate to and how you think. And then start to get into the mundane world. You know what I'm saying? And then do that. You know? And if you already did that, well, now you know where you got work to do. You got work to do with, you know, the information that you have gained so far, you know what I'm saying, by you even just showing up here today with this travel. With Cito the coach, you know what I'm saying? Zeus says Cito the coach. The 2023 Ganymede Kel Cito, you know what I'm saying? And then but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't ever let no motherfucking body or you not getting reciprocation, you know what I'm saying, be the reason why you don't, you shouldn't think that thought or have that idea. You know, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be, you know, and that's what we all feel. We all feel like we gotta go ahead and start creating new thoughts and things. And this is when you can get into self-sabotaging energy too, a lot, because it can be like a little bit of too good to be true energy at the moment. You know what I'm saying? I think we got Neptune aligning this and things, so we may misunderstand, you know, how to communicate about our imaginations or how to think about our dreams and shit like that. I think we got Mercury in conjunct Pluto, so we may misunderstand how to feel in control of our, you know what I'm saying, our thought processes and shit like that. I think we got Mercury trine Saturn, you know, and so this is all the shit that your thoughts and all the chakras of Mercury may go through, and this, you know, so this is what all of us may feel on a certain percentage level. I think we got Mars. What Mars at? Yeah, we got Mars conjunct and the Sun conjunct there. So you know what I'm saying, this is a good time to start to think new ways and shit like that. And start to think new ways and start to create new ways to think. You know what I'm saying? While we got this misunderstanding, while we got these other alignments going on. You heard? So yeah, it's just a new relationship with your thinking and your communicating. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all understand that the way we think and communicate was made up? Do y'all do understand that, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all do. So a lot of these words that we use is limited. And you know what I'm saying, they only go so far when it comes to like expressing what actually be on our body and vessel and shit like that. And so it may take a little minute to kind of like filter through to actually, you know, become aware of what you actually feel and put that into, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to transmute it into song. You're supposed to transmute it into your talents. You're supposed to transmute it into shit like that. Your art or whatever, or just, just put it into something. Put it into something. You know what I'm saying? Turn it into something and things, because that's how you do the as above, so below. You taking something as above, and then you bringing it down here and shit like that. And that's what Zeus is, Jupiter, because it's about expanding, becoming aware and things, and applying that knowledge and that wisdom that you learn and shit like that. So it's an as above, so below concept, and that's where I come from, Mount Olympus and shit like that. By the Capricorn area. That's where I'm from. So I'ma always be by transformation, but looking like I'm getting ready to take off or some shit like that, because I'm all my energies is by the spring. They not in the spring elements and shit like that, but they close to those. So I'm always looking like I always look like I'm about to, get on or explode or some shit like that. I always look like I'm about to, it's always that for me. But so this is a new relationship with your thinking. So you can't think the same right now. You need to go ahead and start creating a new relationship with your thoughts, and not overindulge so much like you've been indulging into these thoughts that you've been indulging in. You know what I'm saying? Them thoughts ain't shit. You the shit. You God's child. You know what I'm saying? You got the knowledge. You got the shit. You can't wait on nobody else to do it. You got to think it out. You got to create the idea. You got to champion that idea. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in my last video, if you spiritual, you don't get no support and shit like that. You think these motherfuckers gonna support me? These ghetto ass people ain't gonna support me and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I think these ghetto ass people support me. So it ain't, I already had supported my thought, my own ideas, whether I was vocal about it or not to other people, but I just kept it because that was my, my belief and shit like that. And then I held on to that long enough to where, it actually actualized, and now it's potential for me to actually talk like this online to other individuals that have like ideas. So if you was already in that space and you here, then that's likely the space that you was in. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you were just a fan of my music or something like that before I started doing this and things, you know what I'm saying? You already kind of knew a little bit about, my specific journey and things. Like if you was watching the American Dream concept and shit like that, it always has spiritual tips in it and stuff like that. But, we was more so connected on the essence, because music ain't shit. But waves and sound and shit like that anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that shit transcend the physical. So yeah, you heard. So yeah, happy Mercury Day, everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's the coach. Y'all motherfucking get them thoughts ready. Get them ideas ready. You heard? Have them ideas ready and shit like that. Create a new relationship with your thinking, with your communication. All right? Get y'all last in the game. Y'all can hit my website for readings and shit like that, and other services. All my music and shit is on there as well. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I'm out.